Hey, welcome to this bonus episode of Cut to the Chase. If you are not aware, Cut to the Chase is our RSW US interview series that delivers brief but impactful views from ad agency principals and business development leaders on growth strategies and the challenges that come with them in today's weird, evolving landscape. So we released our first episode and wanted to recap it with 3 key takeaways. You may remember our series 3 takeaways, a 100-episode ad agency business development series. The link is in the description. You should go look at them. But I interviewed Bill Milkereit. He is the co-founder of Poke the Bear in Dallas, Texas. It was a 2-parter, and links will also be in the description for those. Now, the short version. After leaving the Richards Group, which at the time the largest independently owned agency in the country, Bill and his now business partner, Todd Tucker, had a decision to make. Okay, after decades of memorable work, so Chick-fil-A, Fruit of the Loom, Let's Do This for Home Depot, to name just 3, the last thing they were thinking about was starting a new agency. But that is what they've done. So we talked about what it was like to effectively start over. So here are 3 of the best quotes from Bill's interview. The first was in response to my question, what is Poke the Bear's point of difference?
We always come at it from the audience's POV, and that's more often than not what's in it for me. And people aren't waiting for your lecture. They aren't waiting for your story and your history.
So I chose this quote because while Bill wasn't speaking directly to business development, it applies perfectly. I mean, whenever you reach out to a prospect, always think about your messaging in terms of what's in it for your prospect.
That's right. What's in it for me?
I mean, your story, your agency history, that's not your singular point of difference. Up front, top of the funnel, if you want to break through, the focus has to be, here's how we can help you. All right, second quote, I asked Bill for a piece of advice for someone in a similar situation, maybe thinking of making a move or even starting their own agency. Here's what Bill said.
Weed out people constantly. The rally around the ones who match your level of give a shit.
Bill, do you have to curse to make your point? I mean, think about the kids.
Think about the kids.
All right, but in all sincerity, you should watch this particular piece. You should watch all the video, but this particular piece kicks in at 4:32 of part 2 because Bill goes on to talk about how much his network has helped and also talks about wishing really he had been more disciplined about it earlier on. Now we can get deep and apply this to life.
Wow, Dr. Phil, that's deep. Let's think about that.
But let's just apply it to business development right now, right? Just like applying time to content creation and outbound prospecting, it is hard to do those things. And yet you need to. And you need to make sure you take the time to nourish those meaningful business relationships. I mean, Bill never thought he would be starting over. All right, finally, I asked Bill if you could give one piece of advice to marketers to make their agency relationship more effective, what would it be? And here's what Bill said.
If you have to push your agency, you have the wrong agency.
I love that quote. And we get into it in the full episode, but ultimately, it is a big way that you hold on to your clients, right? I mean, marketers tell us every year in our RSW reports, they look for a new agency because there's a lack of proactivity or they aren't happy with strategy or thinking, to name a few. So ideally, these 3 will help. Watch this video. You need to check out both parts. As we said, the links will be here from that first episode. More episodes of Cut to the Chase are coming. You can find them all on our site at rswus.com. Thanks for watching, y'all.